Today, we embark on a journey to explore these magnificent creations. We will travel across continents, from the shimmering heart of the desert to the tranquil solitude of a private atoll, to witness these marvels firsthand. Our journey begins in Southeast Asia, in the vibrant city-state of Singapore. Here, rising against the skyline like a colossal trident, is a structure that redefines the very concept of an urban resort. This is the Marina Bay Sands. 3 immense towers, each a marvel of engineering, climb 57 stories into the humid air. They are a dominant feature of this modern landscape, a declaration of architectural ambition that is visible from miles around. Their curved forms are both powerful and elegant, a gateway to the city's bustling financial heart. But the true spectacle, the feature that draws life from all over the globe, rests atop these 3 pillars. Spanning their peaks is the Sky Park, a vast curving platform longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall. It is a masterpiece of balance and design, a ship sailing through the clouds, and nestled upon this incredible deck, one finds what is perhaps the most famous swimming pool on Earth. The Infinity Pool, a ribbon of crystalline water that appears to spill directly into the city below, a seamless blend of the artificial and the urban horizon. We now travel west, to the heart of Europe, to a city synonymous with art, romance, and history, Paris. Tucked away on the prestigious Place Vendôme stands a landmark of a different kind. It does not scrape the sky, nor does it boast of modern, audacious design. Instead, its power lies in its quiet, enduring grace. This is the Ritz Paris, an institution that has, for over a century, been the very definition of refined luxury. To step through its doors is to be transported back in time. The interiors are a symphony of opulence, but it is a gentle, considered opulence. Gilded mirrors reflect the soft light from crystal chandeliers, while period furniture, upholstered in rich silks and velvets, invites one to linger. One can almost hear the echoes of past conversations, of the famous artists, writers, and aristocrats who once called this place their Parisian home. Our journey now takes us to the starkly beautiful landscape of the Arabian Peninsula, to the ultra-modern metropolis of Dubai. Here, rising from a man-made island in the turquoise waters of the Persian Gulf, is a structure so iconic it has become a symbol for an entire nation. It is the Burj Al Arab Jumeirah. Designed to evoke the billowing sail of a dhow, a traditional Arabian vessel, its form is a tribute to the region's maritime heritage. Yet it is executed with a futuristic vision that is simply breathtaking. It stands alone, a beacon of modern ambition against the desert sun. This is a place that rejects subtlety. It is a monument to maximalism, a vertical palace designed to astound and overwhelm the senses. Upon crossing the private causeway and entering the lobby, one is confronted by the world's tallest atrium. It is a cavernous, cathedral-like space, soaring 180 meters into the peak of the sail. It is the prolific use of 24-karat gold leaf that truly defines the experience. It adorns everything from the ornate furnishings to the bathroom taps, glittering under the Arabian light. This is not just luxury, it is a theatrical performance of wealth and grandeur. From the cantilevered helipad to the underwater restaurant, the Burj Al Arab is designed for unforgettable moments. We now travel to the world's most populous metropolis, Tokyo. Amidst the dizzying, neon-lit density of this vast urban expanse, one might expect to find only energy and chaos. Yet high above the streets in the Otemachi Tower, we discover a haven of profound tranquility and minimalist beauty. This is the Aman Tokyo. It represents a different philosophy of luxury, one that is rooted in harmony, space, and a deep respect for Japanese design principles. Upon arriving on the 33rd floor, guests enter a lobby that is, honestly, just breathtaking in its scale and simplicity. The centerpiece is a vast, ethereal space, crafted from translucent washi paper to resemble the inside of a giant Japanese lantern. Below it, a serene water feature with carefully placed rock arrangements and a traditional ikebana display creates a powerful sense of calm. The guest rooms continue this theme of minimalist elegance. Natural materials are celebrated here. The layout is inspired by traditional Japanese residences with sliding screens and deep soaking tubs, positioned to offer spectacular, uninterrupted views of the Imperial Palace Gardens and the Tokyo skyline. Here, luxury is not about what is added but what is taken away. The Aman Tokyo is more than a hotel. It is a philosophy given physical form, a modern interpretation of a traditional ryokan floating in the sky. Leaving the great cities behind, our quest takes us to the remote tranquility of the South Pacific, to an atoll in French Polynesia with a remarkable history. This is Tetiaroa, once the private retreat of Tahitian royalty, and later the personal sanctuary of the actor Marlon Brando. Today it is home to the Brando, a resort that has honestly perfected the art of blending superlative luxury with a profound commitment to environmental sustainability. The resort is accessible only by private plane, and upon arrival one is greeted by a world of breathtaking natural beauty. Crystalline turquoise water laps against brilliant white sand beaches, fringed by groves of coconut palms. The resort itself consists of 35 private villas, each discreetly nestled within the lush vegetation, ensuring complete privacy and an uninterrupted connection with nature. What makes the Brando truly unique is its pioneering approach to eco-technology. It is powered by solar panels and coconut oil biofuel. Its most ingenious feature is the seawater air conditioning system, which harnesses cold water from the deep ocean to cool the villas. The Brando is more than a resort. It is a legacy, a working model for a future where luxury and sustainability are not mutually exclusive, but inextricably linked. We now journey to the windswept emerald landscapes of Western Ireland. Here, on the shores of Lough Corrib, the country's second-largest lake, stands a magnificent structure that seems to have grown organically from the ancient earth. This is Ashford Castle, a fortress whose story stretches back over 800 years. It began its life as an Anglo-Norman stronghold in the 13th century, and has been expanded, transformed, and lovingly preserved over the centuries. To arrive here is to feel the immense weight and romance of history. The castle's imposing stone towers, crenellated battlements, and sprawling manicured grounds speak of a noble and often turbulent past. It has been home to powerful families, most notably the Guinness brewing dynasty, who shaped much of its current Victorian grandeur. Crossing the stone bridge and passing through the grand entrance, one leaves the 21st century behind. The interior is a treasure trove of baronial splendor. Each of the 83 rooms and suites is individually and lavishly designed, filled with antique furniture, bespoke fabrics, and fine art. Some are tucked away in the oldest parts of the castle, others in the Victorian wings are grander in scale. Guests can partake in activities that speak to the castle's aristocratic heritage, such as falconry, where magnificent birds of prey soar from the gauntlet, or horseback riding through the ancient woodlands. We return once more to the idyllic paradise of French Polynesia, but this time to an island whose name is a byword for tropical fantasy, Bora Bora. Rising from the center of a spectacular lagoon is the dormant volcano, Mount Otamanu, its jagged, jungle-clad peak a dramatic centerpiece, and scattered across the impossibly blue waters at its feet are the iconic overwater bungalows of the Four Seasons Resort. These structures represent a unique form of human habitation, one that seeks not just to be near the water, but to live upon it. These bungalows are individual sanctuaries, connected by a network of wooden walkways that snake across the turquoise lagoon. Each one is a private haven, built with traditional thatched roofs made from pandanus leaves and decorated with rich teak furnishings and Polynesian artwork. But their most magical feature is, without doubt, the glass panels set into the floor, offering a direct living window into the aquatic world below. From this remarkable perspective, the vibrant life of the lagoon becomes a constant, mesmerizing spectacle. Guests can descend from their private decks directly into the warm, clear water to swim and snorkel among the very creatures they have been observing, creating a seamless connection between their living space and the marine environment. Our travels now take us to a dramatically different climate, to the frigid, snow-covered landscape of Quebec, Canada. Here, in the depths of winter, a remarkable transformation takes place. As temperatures plummet, a structure is born from the very elements of the season. This is the Hotel de Glace, or Ice Hotel. It is a feat of artistry and engineering, a temporary habitat sculpted entirely from ice and snow. It exists for only a few months each year before it succumbs to the spring thaw. Each year the hotel is completely redesigned and rebuilt with a new theme. A team of skilled artists and sculptors works tirelessly for weeks, using massive blocks of ice and tons of compacted snow to create this frozen wonderland. They carve grand archways, towering columns, intricate sculptures, and even furniture from the frozen water. The result is a structure that feels otherworldly, a crystalline palace glowing with an ethereal blue light. To stay here is to embrace the cold, to surrender to the power of winter. The beds themselves are blocks of ice topped with a wooden frame and thick insulating mattress. Visitors are provided with Arctic-grade sleeping bags. Even the glasses at the ice bar are carved from frozen blocks. The hotel features a grand ice slide, a chapel where couples can get married, and suites with private hot tubs under the stars. We now venture to the African continent, to the vast, wild bushveld of South Africa. Here, bordering the world-renowned Kruger National Park, lies the Sabi Sand Game Reserve, a territory celebrated for its extraordinary density of wildlife, particularly the elusive leopard. And nestled discreetly within this untamed landscape is Singita Sabi Sand, a collection of lodges that has redefined the very nature of the safari experience. This is not about observing nature from a distance, it is about being completely and luxuriously immersed within it. The lodges are designed to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. They are built with natural materials and their organic forms follow the contours of the land. Expansive glass walls replace traditional barriers, dissolving the boundary between interior and wilderness. One might be enjoying a meal and look up to see a herd of elephants drinking just meters away. The fundamental rhythm of life here is dictated by the animals. Days begin before dawn, with expert guides leading guests into the bush in open Land Rovers. The encounters are raw, intimate, and profoundly moving. Witnessing a lioness leading her cubs or tracking a leopard as it stalks its prey connects one to the ancient primal cycles of life and death. Yet this immersion is paired with astonishing comfort. Private plunge pools, gourmet meals under stars, and cellars stocked with fine wines. For our final destination, we travel to the subcontinent of India, to the state of Rajasthan, and the romantic city of Udaipur, often called the Venice of the East. Set on the banks of the serene Lake Piccola is a modern palace of breathtaking beauty and grandeur, the Oberoi Udaivilas. While it appears to be a historic royal residence, it is in fact a contemporary creation, meticulously designed to replicate the traditional architecture and splendor of a Mewari palace. The approach to the hotel is an experience in itself. Many guests arrive by private boat, gliding across the tranquil waters with the magnificent city palace on one shore. As Udaivilas comes into view, with its interlocking domes, hand-carved stone pavilions and sprawling courtyards, the illusion is complete. It is a vision of fairy tale India. The attention to detail is simply extraordinary. The hotel is laid out as a series of interconnected buildings and gardens, creating a journey of discovery. Fountains splash in sun-dappled courtyards, intricate frescoes adorn the walls, and a vast reflective pool mirrors the sky and the domed architecture. The most desirable rooms have direct access to a semi-private swimming pool that meanders along their terraces like a gentle river, allowing guests to step directly into the cool turquoise water. Here, service is elevated to an art form, embodying the Indian principle of Atithi Devo Bhava, the guest is God. Every need is anticipated with grace and warmth that makes one feel like visiting royalty. Our journey is at its end. We have traversed the globe, from the sky-high pools of Singapore to the frozen halls of Quebec, from the historic heart of Paris to the wild plains of Africa. We have witnessed how humankind, in its quest for comfort, beauty, and connection, has crafted habitats that do more than just provide shelter. These structures are expressions of culture, history, and audacious imagination. They are places where architecture meets art, and where luxury is defined not just by opulence but by the uniqueness of the experience. Each of these hotels tells a story of its environment, whether it be a bustling city or a remote atoll, a story of its heritage, whether it be an 800-year-old castle or a modern palace built in a traditional style, and a story of human ingenuity, our ability to build upon the water, sculpt from ice, and create sanctuaries of peace in the most unexpected of places. They remind us that the spaces we inhabit have the power to shape our perceptions and create lasting memories. So, the next time you dream of a journey, perhaps you will think not just of the destination, but of the dwelling itself. For in these remarkable places, the hotel is not merely a base for exploration, it is the destination. They are worlds unto themselves, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of some of the most jaw-dropping hotels on our planet. The world is full of wonders, both natural and man-made, and they are out there, waiting for you to see them to believe them.